What is up, family? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions. Check out my podcast, family, Restful Revelations, on Spotify and Apple. We are about to tap into some energy. Show me what I need to see for the collective at this time, Spirit. Show me what I need to see for the collective at this time, Spirit. Okay, communication. Someone wants to talk to you. Alright, this could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This could definitely be a Libra. Virgo is significant. This could be someone's mom wanting to talk to you. Alright. Or someone's mom talking to them about you. Yeah, Empress in reverse. This could be someone's mom or someone's baby mom, but this is someone. This is someone who tries to act like they're very informative, but they're really a manipulator. All right, they really just try to get in your head, try to make you feel like you're juggling. All right, try to juggle your thoughts, try to make you feel like you're unstable, like maybe you're not doing enough. Yeah, Hangman in reverse. Be mindful of this person. All right, because this person is very, very, again, Empress in reverse. That's who they are. This person is not nurturing it at all. I see Taurus out here. I see Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra out here twice. This person could be a Libra. I also see Pisces out here, Virgo out here twice, okay? So be mindful of this person. Yeah, you are very much so balanced. This person doesn't like the fact that you are in this temperance energy, that you are tempered within, that you are happy about yourself, that you feel good about who you are. They don't like that shit. All right, they have a problem with you being tempered. All right. Yeah, this could be your ex-wife or this could be your wife. Y'all could still be married. All right, I could definitely be talking to a man. You could have ran far away from this person. All right, this person is very manipulative, very, very, something about the tower, the Three of Swords in the tower. So I see the Emperor coming out as in the upright and the Empress coming out in reverse. I see the Three of Swords. Somebody's hurt about what's about to happen. All right. Someone's blowing up someone's phone. Answer the phone. Calling for dumb shit. Just calling just to, can you, that's the type of people that be sitting on the couch and they call somebody, can you grab me the remote? When they sit next to it, they don't want to get their ass up. Okay? So this person doesn't want to get their ass up and do something, so they calling you to do it. They blowing up your phone, constantly blowing up your phone. Won't stop calling, harassing. This person is harassing you and all types of shit. They don't like the fact that you are gone. I see the Six of Swords. You didn't move on. Aquarius energy, Scorpio, you didn't move on. This person doesn't like that. Whoever this person is very fucking nosy. They go through your things, go through your phone, go through everything when you're not around. This was definitely a person you was in a relationship with. They constantly, they would beg to wash your clothes. They would smell your clothes to see if they could smell a woman on them. That's what type of woman this is. Let me smell your clothes to see if I smell a woman. Okay, this person used to literally freaking mistake their stuff and say, oh, this is somebody else's stuff when it was really their stuff, but they would say it was another woman's stuff just to, say, oh, you're cheating on me. This person needs you to call them devil. This person needs you to call them every hour so they can know what you're doing. This person, they want to FaceTime you. They want to video chat you to see your background. This person is very manipulative. This could be your mother or child's mother or your ex-wife or whatever. All right. Give me some more. What's up? Give me some more. Yeah, this person is scared. They don't know what to do. They're in the Eight of Swords. All right. Because whatever this judgment is, all right, that's being, you moving on, you being free from the situation. This person is scared because you're free. All right, because you no longer want to be involved in this Two of Cups with this person. All right. Yeah, you no longer want to be involved. You release the burden. All right. I see the Queen of Wands over here. Something about a Queen of Wands. All right, whoever this is, they're trying to blame this Queen of Wands for breaking up a happy home when the home was never even fucking happy. It was never happy. And if the Queen of Wands broke up the happy home, then why did this Emperor have the Queen of Wands number saved in the phone? All right, why did this man even have the Queen of Wands phone number in the phone? Huh? Why was this man all up on the Queen of Wands if the Queen of Wands broke up the happy home? Huh? Why was this man sleeping in the dang basement if the Queen of Wands broke up the happy home? Huh? Because it's given very much so when the Queen of Wands started talking to this man was sleeping in the basement. Okay? Judgment. Why you trying to, spread lies and shit? There was no happy home going on. It was nothing happy about that situation. What was happy about the situation? Huh? What was happy? Huh? Were you getting pregnant just to keep a man? Alright? You was getting pregnant. Whoever this lady is was getting pregnant to keep the man. Yeah. Because this man worked hard. Because he worked hard. And she needed this man to keep taking care of her. Alright? So let me keep popping out babies so I can keep this man. Alright? Because he ain't going to leave his kids. So let me just keep popping out babies. Alright? But then he ends up leaving. He ends up finding the strength to leave. Alright? And now he's the bad guy and the Queen of Wands is the bad guy. Oh, we're not gonna blame. Let's not blame myself, right? In this, I'm speaking for this Empress in reverse. Let's not blame myself. Let's blame everybody the fuck else when you're the only one coming up in reverse. How are you the only one coming up in reverse when everybody else is the problem? Make that shit make sense. You were the fucking problem in your own life. Okay? What the fuck? You were the problem. Alright? Now you want to cry about it? Go ahead and cry about it. Shed your tears and all that shit. Alright? But just make sure they honest tears. Make sure you telling yourself the truth while you sit over there crying and shit. Make sure you're taking accountability for your actions and not blaming other people for your failed relationship. Alright? Motherfuckers have failed relationships all the time. Okay? There's so many people who decide to take accountability. Okay, but there's a whole plethora of other people who never take accountability and they sit and be bitter the rest of their life. All right, so make sure while you're crying honest tears. Whoever you are, all right. Trying to blame somebody else for your failed relationship, all right, because you want to continue to have babies and babies trying to keep someone. Make it make sense. Give me some more, Spirit. Make it make sense. It don't even make no sense. Alright, don't even make it make sense. Because then you'll be telling more lies. And you can't really deal with telling them more lies. You've told enough lies. Alright, it's time to take accountability. Alright, real talk. Give me some more, Spirit. Weirdo. Yeah, crying. At home, crying. At home, 9 of Swords, you're crying. About this happy home, this happy marriage that you had. How? How was it happy? Huh? Oh, I know how it was happy. It was a happy marriage because you didn't have to do shit. Alright? That's why I was happy, because you didn't have to do shit. Now you gotta do some shit. Now, you crying about how it used to be when you were getting over on folks. Because that's really it. That's what you're crying about. You're crying about the fact that you're not able to get over on people anymore. You're crying about the fact that this Emperor came into this Queen of Wands life, or this Queen of Wands came into this Emperor's life before you were even thought of. Okay? Came into this person's life, and this person been having the Queen of Wands in his life. Alright? Been watching, been stalking, been stunting the Queen of Wands for a while. For a long while. Been stunting the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands was living... This Emperor is significantly older than the Queen of Wands. You see the age difference. Okay? You see that shit. So this Queen of Wands been living her life and shit like that. Very free. Okay, this Emperor been sitting there stuck working hard, all right, to keep you in Gucci and gold, all right, when you manipulating and shit, and then trying to say it's the Queen of Wands, okay? Oh, he wants somebody younger. It ain't nothing like that, okay? I don't see nothing like that. I see the Queen of Wands ain't even looking your way. Queen of Wands got their head turned. They not even looking at you. They not even stunting you or this Emperor. Real talk. Now one of y'all. The Queen of Wands is stunning. Alright. But y'all constantly got watching the Queen of Wands. Both of y'all. Watching the Queen of Wands constantly. While the Queen of Wands got her head turned the other way. Y'all constantly watching the Queen of Wands. Wait a minute. Let's go this way. Y'all constantly watching the Queen of Wands. Alright. While the Queen of Wands is trying to build a legacy. Like, what the hell? Give me some more, Spirit. Like, seriously, what the hell? Alright. Take accountability. Alright. The reason why the shit was failed is because it was failed because the marriage was built on manipulation. It was built on what can such and such do for me. Alright. That I can do for myself. Okay. What can such and such do for me? Y'all, I said, what can such and such do for me that I can do for myself? All right. You ran into the marriage because you felt like this person was able to take care of you or vice versa. And this person did take care of you. All right. However, at some point in the marriage, you became the Empress in reverse. You could have always been the Empress in reverse. All right. Yeah. At some point, you became a bitter loser. At some point. You became bitter. Not saying that this man didn't do nothing wrong, because I'm pretty sure he did something wrong as well. Alright, because usually when you go into a toxic relationship, you are toxic as well. That's why you go into a toxic relationship. Alright, because if you're not toxic, then you won't even look at the toxic motherfucker. But you have to be some kind of toxic to even involve yourself with a toxic motherfucker. So it's time to take accountability for your part that you played instead of blaming everybody the fuck else. Okay? Like, seriously. The Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. What is this, Spirit? Okay, no, the Queen of Wands. This woman trying to figure out, was the Queen of Wands interacting with this person during this marriage? No, the Queen of Wands was not. I don't see the Queen of Wands was seeing this person. Alright, but who gives a damn? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? If the Queen of Wands was, what are you going to do about it? Okay, you're in reverse. You're the Empress in reverse. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What you're really mad because this man came into the Queen of Wands' life and they became cool. Alright, which the Queen of Wands really didn't get nothing from this man either. Alright, the Queen of Wands was giving way more anyway. Pouring way more into this person's cup anyway. Okay? And hers was getting diluted with filth. Okay? Alright? So the Queen of Wands, what did the Queen of Wands get out of the situation? Hurt. And the Queen of Wands have moved on. But these two people are still in the Queen of Wands energy. I could be definitely talking to the Queen of Wands. Male or female. These two people stealing your energy. Still. And I said stealing. So these people were stealing your energy. What did you get out of the ordeal? Nothing. You didn't get nothing. Alright? You were very much so kind. You're very fucking spiritual. You're very intuitive. So you know what's going on when you know when you see a shady motherfucker. Okay? So you was putting a old friend up on game about a shady motherfucker. Turns out the shady motherfucker was their wife. Okay? Okay. Why? Because this man was in your energy. Okay? And every time this man came into your energy, you could feel the shady motherfucker that they were attached to. Alright? So this man, you're pouring all into this man's cup, and this man trying to going home, and then, you know, pouring into the wife's cup or whatever, however this shit went down, and then coming back, you know, the wife make him feel low, make him feel puny, small, and this person come back into your energy and drain you some more, and you were just giving all the goods, all right? But you're no longer giving all the goods, and that's the great thing about it. The Ace of Cups, you're no longer giving all the goods. Why? Because of your worth. You found your worth, all right? Yeah. So you're no longer giving all the goods to this person, but some fucking how these people are stealing your fucking energy, okay? Stealing your energy. Still living in your energy. Silently. Okay? Silently. Mad because the Queen of Wands came in contact with this Emperor and it shook up your whole little plot and scheme, because y'all was freaking, he was paying, and the Gross Sisters were going to Taco Bell and shit every day, drinking Baja Blast with tequila in it. While y'all having play dates with the kids, y'all going to Taco Bell to get them Baja Blast to drink that tequila. Okay. And then you get angry when you're drunk. Yeah, you get angry when you're drunk. So what happens when you get angry when you're drunk? You like to put your hands on folks. Okay. You do. So anyway. Anything else? What you need to do is start watching the Queen of Wands. Leave the Queen of Wands alone. And figure out why you were the Empress in reverse. Okay? Figure out why you so damn insecure. Okay? That's what you need to do. Whoever you are that's constantly watching the Queen of Wands, trying to see what the Queen of Wands is doing. Alright? When the Queen of Wands is on a whole nother side of town. Okay. On a whole nother side of town. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles to the world. Going. Yeah, going. 5 of Pentacles to the world. Going. And you're what? This person then left you, and you think that this person is coming to, you know, because whoever I'm speaking about, this person, y'all could be the same sign. If I'm talking to the Queen of Wands, this could be a Queen of Wands as well. Okay? This could be a fire. Y'all could be the same sign. Okay? All 3 of y'all could be the same sign. All 3 of y'all could be Sagittarius. All 3 of y'all could be Leos. All 3 of y'all could just be fire signs. It's like the battle of the fire signs. That's really what it's giving. Oh, but the Queen of Wands in the upright is the devil and shit like that. Now you saying the Queen of Wands is working with the devil because the Queen of Wands is spiritual? Huh? Because you be working with the devil. So now the Queen of Wands work with the devil too. Alright, stop playing. And what I mean by working with the devil. Okay? Doing spells. Queen of Wands ain't got to do no love spell. You should have been taking notes from the Queen of Wands instead of hating on the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands ain't got to do no fucking love spell. Queen of Wands just got to be herself. Okay? That's the spell. That's the love spell. The Queen of Wands just being herself. That's the love spell. Alright? That you lying and saying that she doing. Okay? Newsflash. That's the love spell. The Queen of Wands just being herself. Alright? And you wondering where the Queen of Wands came from. Queen of Wands just popped up out of nowhere. No, actually the Queen of Wands was always there. Queen of Wands was always in the mix. Queen of Wands just go into hermit mode to reclaim her time. Alright, that's what the Queen of Wands does. Go into hermit mode to reclaim her time. Alright? Always the one. Okay? So, anyway. Let's get that together. Let's gather you, because you somehow, some way need to be gathered. Because really, you really in love with the Queen of Wands too, just like this Emperor. You in love secretly. You in love with the Queen of Wands as well. Okay? Because the Queen of Wands know. But you know the Queen of Wands know that you in love with the Queen of Wands. You're like obsessed. Constantly watching the Queen of Wands on the internet. Huh? Constantly watching the Queen of Wands on the internet. Constantly looking at pictures. Oh, let me expose the naked pictures. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Queen of Wands don't give a damn. Because while you sitting over there at home, looking at the Queen of Wands naked pictures, fantasizing about the Queen of Wands as well. Because that's what you really doing. You sitting at home fantasizing about the Queen of Wands too. Look at you. Okay? In bed. Can't even go to bed because you looking at the Queen of Wands naked pictures. And I'm talking about the Empress in reverse. You should be ashamed of yourself. Alright? If you want the Queen of Wands, just go ahead and get in line with all the other people that want the Queen of Wands. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that want the Queen of Wands. You just so happen to have stolen some naked pictures of the Queen of Wands that the Queen of Wands sent to somebody else. Yeah, the Queen of Wands was getting a little frisky, being a little frisky, and decided to send some nudie nudes. And somehow they became your nudes. And you ain't let go of them since. All up in the bed looking at them. Doing what you do to yourself. And then being mad at yourself because you're doing those things. Make that shit make sense. Being mad, then getting mad at yourself. And then, again, not taking accountability. Because you're mad at yourself because you're getting off to the Queen of Wands' nudes that you stole out of the Empress phone. Alright? And then you want to take it out on the Queen of Wands. Alright? Because you like what you see. Make it make sense. You really want to be a friend to the Queen of Wands. You really want to be a lover to the Queen of Wands. Alright? Queen of Wands is like, go ahead and get in line. Queen of Wands ain't got time for that, nasty, nice shit. Any more before I go, Spirit? I know I just rolled my eyes, family, but that's the energy. Okay, look. Why are you mad? Look at here. This is what it say. That's why they mad, family. Because you're a fucking masterpiece. And you make things happen, period. That's why they're mad. That's why this person in particular is mad. Because you're a masterpiece. Why they looking at your body. Okay? Examining your body, trying to find a flaw. Okay? Meanwhile, they're getting off to your pictures. Trying to find a flaw, but getting off to your pictures. How that makes sense? In secret. In secret. They getting off to your pictures. Queen of Wands coming out again. Anything else? Let me go. I gotta go. Yeah. In your head. You in your head. Okay. You in your head. Mad. Sad. You going out bad. One more. The world. You going out bad. It's a closure. What is you doing? Alright. Go ahead and go ahead and do what you gotta do. Go ahead and make your next move your best move. Go ahead and do it. Okay? Go ahead and do it. Alright? Because all you gonna do is just help the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands ain't tripping. So go ahead and make your move. Go ahead and do what you need to do to make you feel however you want to feel, to make you feel happy. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Because the Queen of Wands ain't tripping. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway. Go ahead and do your due diligence. Okay? Go ahead and do it. Because you're going to be looking like a fool. And when you do it, make sure you say you be in the, you be in the cut, in the background, in the closet, looking at them pictures too. Right before you go to bed and shit like that. Make sure you tell the truth. Okay? All right, family. Thank you.